investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Monsters have been an ever-present phenomenon throughout human history. Whether they are large, aggressive predators who seek to hunt us for food, or mythical constructs of our own minds, they have captured the terror within us and morphed through different cultures and time. Although cultures typically share similar depictions of monsters, what truly terrifies us is specific to each individual. The monster therefore does not lurk in your wardrobe at night, it lurks within you. So what do we mean when we say the word monster, and does it always have to refer to an external threat? Why has the human imagination been so titillated by monsters throughout history? What can our different creations of monsters tell us about our differences in culture? And are all these merely insecure depictions of the evil that lurks within ourselves? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's often been accused of lurking in children's cupboards, but for different reasons entirely. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, are you a monster?
I can be a bit of a little monster when I'm hungry.
A bit of a rumbly belly brings out the growly Charlie.
Yes, you could say that I become quite the beast when I'm very hungry in the morning.
What do you like when you're hungry?
I think I just immediately eat when I'm hungry.
Brilliant.
What am I like when I'm hungry?
Fantastic.
Sorry,
what am I like when I'm hungry? Oh, I don't know, just probably eat. Get this guy on a podcast. Fuck me.
I just make some eggs hollandaise probably.
Yeah, just eat and then I'll feel not hungry
a bit
anymore.
of rye bread maybe.
Yeah, that's nice anyway. What do you do when you're hungry? Do you eat as well?
What I am like when I'm hungry. Do you eat when you're hungry?
Yep. That does not deserve it.
I shan't give you one then.
Fine. Somehow came out of that winning.
I've done that. Houdini. Who, me?
No, on topic.
Yeah. When I'm hungry, I am kind of a bit sad. I get sad.
I'm your flatmate. I'm in the kitchen making. No, I'm not gonna be cooking. I'm in the kitchen doing some work, and you come in the morning hungry.
Can I have an egg? I've eaten mine.
I'm doing work. What do you mean you've eaten your egg?
I ate mine yesterday night.
Well, that's dinner. You need breakfast.
I need egg. Please, can I have one? I'm sorry for earlier. I'm sorry about last night.
I'm not going to make you an egg.
I know I was being annoying. I know I can be a pain, but I mean very well. And
just stop trying to manipulate me to giving you an egg.
The shop's flipping. The shop's too far. And
you can use one of my eggs.
I'm really
not
hungry
cooking it for you.
I've just had some bad news from my family.
What happened?
My grandma's not well.
Brilliant. As always, he bombs the improv with I think you just try and bring drama in at any call. And it's like, no, seriously. The amount of times it's kind of a jovial start and it's, no, seriously. You have no idea.
Sorry.
It's my family. Something's wrong with them.
I cannot take you seriously with that monstrosity on your head.
Why is it a monstrosity?
You look ridiculous.
Couldn't that, also, what a perfect hat to be wearing for this podcast then.
Well, why? Because a frog. Is it a frog? I guess it is.
It's a frog. No, it's a monstrous frog. Have you not heard of?
Or it's a green bear.
There is a myth somewhere where there's a monster with a toad's head.
So a toad's head. I've heard about that. He's got a hoarse voice, apparently.
I imagine you'd heard about that because it's in the fucking research for this podcast, Charlie. Jesus Christ! I've heard about that one somewhere. Yeah, in the document you read over moments ago.
You know what I hate, actually, on that topic?
Go on.
Is any monster... Well, should we define our terms?
Sure.
Well, basically, I think that, in my humble opinion,
right,
a monster is distinct from a spirit, isn't it?
Yeah. yeah.
The Holy Spirit is not the kindest monster ever.
No.
A monster is a kind of a hairy... Generally, they are bald sometimes. I've met a few bald monsters. But conventionally is like the Gruffalo or Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes.
Right? But we're not going to explore it in such a stunted, idiotic way as that.
Why would we?
We would never. We are going to go deep with it. We're going to go into the kind of more complex, real-world monsters that we encounter every day in your shops and your churches.
Right, so you're suggesting that we broaden out the definition of monsters, not just to be hairy dwellers of the moor, and into perhaps even ourselves. Because in reality, maybe we are indeed the real monsters.
Man is beast.
You're quite scared of all monsters.
All monsters. I mean, to be honest, if you're going on a fear factor, everything is a monster. I'm scared of like the smoke, the shadow on the smoke alarm, or the the guy who behind me in the street,
Yeah.
falling over on the curb. So in some ways,
Let's go back to the shadow and the smoke alarm, because a lot of people understand being scared about a man walking behind you in the night on the street.
yeah,
The shadow of a smoke alarm. What's scary about that?
there's this kind of nasty. The shape of my smoke alarm means that it kind of has like a beak almost when it's when it's nighttime.
So it looks like
It could be a monster.
some sort of monster in your room.
So it means that kind of everything's a monster in some ways.
You're just scared of everything.
I'm a bit scared of everything.
right.
What I've found is you've got the Gruffalo and you've got the kind of.
Mentioning him a lot.
I'd like to, profile him. I want him to be.
Yeah, okay. We got
Let's
the
give him
Gruffalo.
his flowers.
We got the Gruffalo.
You've got those sort of monsters, but in terms of like real life monster, I think the only thing that absolutely definitely exists that is basically a monster in terms of how it's depicted and it's accurate
Spit it out.
is a virus. Have you seen the kind of renders they do of viruses and parasites?
Yeah.
They look.
Yeah, they are
They are
terrifying.
monsters.
Yeah, they are. But
That's all we've actually got. They're
Yeah.
tiny, obviously, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But they're like. They got like teeth. They got like thousands of
and
teeth.
like kind of
And, like,
horns, and they're all just deformed and horrible.
That's like-
and they're just they're coming into our body
They're
and multiplying.
fucked.
They are fucked. You are right.
That's the only like real world certified, scientifically proven
Yeah.
absolute monster. You got like your werewolf and your chicken run. Your
what?
no, you got your werewolf and like I literally
A
can't-
Yeti, a Bigfoot.
Yeah, you got like Slender Man. Those are all kind of ideas, really. They're not proven.
Right.
They look horrendous.
I was in a museum and they did like kind of bigger versions of them, and they were fucked.
Are they?
They were
Is that
absolutely
real, or are they
fucked.
doing that to like scare us?
Yes, the museum in Oxford was just trying to scare everyone that
Because it's
comes.
probably worked a charm.
Yeah, they're just trying to get you to be scared of what malaria
No,
looks
but
like.
why would they not? Because we don't want to get malaria. Like, you may as well give malaria like a lot of teeth and some horns. I mean, it's like, fuck me. I
I
definitely
don't
want
think
malaria
it's the
now.
best way to stop people getting malaria is put life-size models of what the parasites look like.
If malaria
in
was like a
museums.
friendly bald mechanic in your tummy, then you'd be like, well, you can stay. I don't.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
I've
got plenty of room for a bald mechanic in my intestines. Come on in. You could bloody fix
If
them
it
up
didn't
while you're
look
there.
so awful in the renders, it would be like, fuck it then. I guess to be fair, it would kill. It
Do you
still gets
reckon
you. It still
if
gets
you think
Yeah.
that malaria looked like a pleasant thing, you would get it because you're like, well, it can't be that bad, can it? Disregarding everything else you've heard about it.
I think I'd hate it a tiny bit less than the kind of horned
I would hate it.
purple
Yeah. I
monsters.
suppose we'd all hate it a tiny bit less. Yeah.
And I'd also be like, wow, why are you a bald mechanic? What the fuck?
Yeah. You should be fixing me, not hurting me. So, yeah, that's a good point, actually. I agree.
Thank you.
I think that might be your best point on this podcast. Yeah.
I thought that on the way here. I was like,
Yeah.
I've actually spotted
That's
something.
what you said to me, that you've got a great point before we sat
I've actually
down.
got something to say for once.
Yeah, that is a good point.
They're the only true monsters.
Yeah.
In
And they're
terms of, like,
microscopic.
Yeah, and thank fuck.
Thank fuck for that.
I mean, I would kill myself if they were big.
I imagine you would. But yeah, you go
You
on.
imagine I would.
You're a fearful boy.
I am scared.
What are you most afraid of, monster-wise?
I mean, probably a man. A man hanging on my towel rack. I think in episode 1 we covered this.
Yeah, is it a bald...
It's like a kind of ghoul man that lives on my towel rack.
Yeah.
That scares the fuck out of me. But
Just for everyone at home, there isn't a bald man who lives on a tower rack.
no,
It's
there
just
never
his-
is. But I'm always
it's
thinking,
the
I bet
idea
he's
of
there
him.
this time.
Yeah.
I do fear that a lot. It's less with monsters. Well, the only time I've fully confronted a monster was when I was like 10. I jumped out of bed when Voldemort was booting off on the telly. When
Right,
it was like
yeah.
really in Voldemort's heyday of
You just when Harry Potter was coming out.
when it was
yeah.
in its pomp.
Yeah.
I was like petrified all the time. I was like, fuck this. So I got up out of bed and I like stood in the middle of my room like naked and was just like, come on, Voldemort, come get me.
You challenged him.
I challenged him and he didn't come. And
But what would you do if he did arrive? You're not.
probably
you're
like
a muggle.
hug his knee or like
Hug his knee.
or like go in like all fours and
Why
and-
didn't
and
Harry
sort of, like,
think
submit.
of that? Just hug his knee.
Or like go naked and start I'd probably just submit. I'd submit to him. I'd
Just-
give him
you just
whatever he
made a
wanted.
humping
I'd give him my
gesture.
body. I'd give him myself.
Did you want to bang him? I don't know. I have to ask the question.
I'd be like, either kill me or like fuck me or kill me.
Fuck me or kill me. That's your approach to monsters in your bedroom. Either fuck me or kill me. Do you know what I mean? Come on, mate. Stop hanging around.
What's guy gonna do
Give
to
me
get-
a fucking scene too, or just fucking top me. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. But what are some of your top scary monsters?
I guess like a sort of shadowy figure. The only time when it's not a man is there's this kind of like shadow. I'm scared of like
What kind of shadow?
just a black shadow that kind of wafts
Yeah,
about.
I don't see many white shadows around. What does a shadow look like?
It's just a kind of cloaked black abyss. It's like a black hole that lives in the cupboard.
But what's the form of the shadow?
Misty, eternal.
Stop trying to describe shadows themselves. And what is the outline of the shadow?
It's a man that is called. It's a shadow man. It's
a man. So it's not like a wolf or a
no, it's a man.
all
They're all
fours.
men.
They're all men. Yeah. Well,
you can't really. After
it's the only rational fear you can have, really, because you can't be scared of the bird person coming into your house.
No,
because then you'd have to believe in the bird person.
Yeah.
One thing that does scare me is Slender Man. I don't like him.
Yes.
I don't like him.
Who is he?
He's a slender man. He's just a very tall. I don't want to use the word slender again, but that's what he is. Who I want to see least in my house is Slender Man.
Yeah.
Because he'd be up on his head would be on the ceiling. Imagine walking into your bedroom at night and there's just like a really tall, slender man.
All about like
a
kind of enormous Italian family, but they're all really angry and they haven't got any mouths.
They haven't got any mouths. Well,
but they're like, but they're really Italian.
Well, that would be annoying, yeah. But that could also be an inconvenience of being like, sorry, you don't live here. Versus,
but actually, no, they do have mouths, but they're really, really annoyed.
I'd be more scared of Slender Man.
Family.
Of course, I would be more scared of Slender Man than the Italian family. Of course, I would be.
No, but they're fuming.
Like, adding any emotion isn't going to make me more scared of the Italian family than Slender Man in my room.
What would it take for you to be more scared of the Italian? What do we have?
If they were like stuck on my walls, just going.
Okay.
Or if they're
no,
you know what I also don't
nothing
like.
Supernatural.
Okay. What I also hate is when people's mouths are sewn shut. Yeah. If their mouths are sewn shut and they were going. There you go. I'd be more scared of that. You asked the question. Don't look so terrified of the answer. That's horrendous. I don't like that.
A good use of AI, I think,
right,
which I'm looking to develop if you'd like to go in with me.
I'm in. I'm all in.
Is taking... have you ever seen the film Inside Out?
Yes, I have, Charlie.
So if we could kind of represent, in many ways, our inner emotions are the monsters too. So insecurity, fear, anger,
greed,
lust,
pride,
greed, hunger.
Yes,
all
enough.
of these.
That's enough.
You're
going on one of your eternal lists again.
Indeed, I am. What we could do is, rather than representing, basically, to kind of get more familiar as a mental health drive, if AI could visually represent our negative or our difficult emotions as monsters,
right,
like kind of like the boggart in Harry Potter.
Yes.
If we could have that, I think A, it would look nuts, and B, I think it would be a good way of us kind of, that raw depiction of a fucking monster, but just like a terrified.
So what kind of emotions would it depict?
I think like fear, it would probably be this kind of like wispy, crying, kind of cowering thing in the corner of the room.
But so the monster itself feels the thing that it's representing.
I think it needs to kind of somehow...
It's got to be a bit like...
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing that you're fighting, so it's got to have like teeth, but it should look a bit pathetic at the same time. So you go, hey, I don't need to be so fearful. Look at this pathetic little thing.
Yeah, you can vanquish all of them, but I think maybe you get to a point where it also should be designed in a way that allows you to befriend it. Maybe.
So you want to be friends with your demons?
I think so, yeah. I think that should be the mission. To sort of like, you end up having your monster's like your dog in the end.
Yeah.
You pet
Do you go into sort of a virtual reality and then it's a bit like Nintendogs, but for your inner demons?
Nintendo monsters.
Nintendemons.
Nintendemons. Your demons are represented by monsters.
Yeah. And you got to go and like feed them,
walk them, introduce them to your family.
Yeah. All on a Nintendo
Your dad
DS.
doesn't really like some of them. Your dad...
No.
Your dad never really liked anger.
No, right.
Or kind of lust. Your dad hates lust, actually.
Right, yeah. What does lust look like? Go on.
Horny.
It looks...
Tits gaping.
Oh, no,
like
we could give him lots of horns. There you go.
No, it's gaping.
Brilliant. Trying to make the family-friendly version of this.
Okay, fine.
No, it's got to be gaping, Andrew. It's just got to be gaping, man. I'm sorry. That's the fucking bottom line of that. It's just got to be gaping, buddy.
Yeah, fine. It's got loads of horns if you want to do this PG version.
Okay, and then we can address our issues and our demons in a kind of a therapy-esque way and go, hey, you ain't in control of me. I ain't controlling you.
Yeah. That's how you
Put a
master
wacky
it.
collar on it. Tell it to sit. Tell it to paw.
Yeah.
Give it some food.
You tell it, and then you give it positive. I guess like it's a moving thing. This relationship, you know. So it's like
Right.
sometimes your anger will get the better of you, and the monster runs away, or it attacks you,
Yeah, it attacks you.
and you become it for a bit.
Right. Okay.
I don't know how it. I think it's almost like there's a lot of mid 2000s references coming. Bamzuki.
Not familiar.
Bamzuki is when they
Rings a bell.
It's like digital robot wars, essentially. Okay. Well, it was presented by Jake Humphrey,
Okay.
who is
Well, I'm sold then.
he is.
If Hump's on the game, then Kerwin's tuning in.
Thoughts on the hump?
Loser. Well, now we're going to growl our way into Thinker's Corner. Why is it?
I'm singing monster. Shall I show you quickly my my monkey bark? Is that a thing? My monkey.
You showed me so many times, but go on.
It's quite good, though.
I know it's good, but you're just looking for another compliment.
But this is not monkeys. I have an erection.
You can't hold your knob when you're doing a monkey thing unless you're really getting into character.
Semi-erect.
You can't be semi-erect whilst doing a monkey noise. You're doing a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really delighted that I'm doing it.
So now we're in Thinker's Corner, where we're going to hear from some of the best thinkers that have ever lived and ever will live as they give us their thoughts about what the heck is going on with all these bloody monsters.
Yeah. Now that's what I call monsters.
Damn right, Charlie. What compilation is that?
It is 2002, which is quite a monstrous year for the
It was
country.
a monstrous year. A really monstrous year. For instance,
Noel Fielding.
God, what he was terrorising the
Absolute
bloody
beast.
Absolute
beast.
beast.
I've heard he's got there's some rumours about him, which we won't fucking talk about.
Brilliant. So, as ever, we're going to start off with some quotes in our Thinker's Corner here, and we've got Nietzsche to come out and deliver the first quote. Welcome
Nietzsche
back. Welcome back.
Nietzsche one.
Pardon?
Nietzsche one. Nice one.
Take it away, Nietzsche.
Go on, Nietzsche.
Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into the abyss will gaze back into you. Thank you very much.
Frederick.
Those who fight monsters should be careful that they don't become one.
Yes. I mean, if I can reference the film Heat.
I was waiting for this.
If I can reference the film Heat.
Yes.
Al Pacino is a hunter of bad men.
Yeah. And that is the lesson of Heat. Everyone, one of the kind of less well-known takes on it. Let's get Nikita Gill out here.
Nikita.
Oh, no pun on that.
Nikita Gill, tell us the truth. No, Nikita, when Nikita goes swimming on holiday, she's got Nikita Gills.
Take it away, Nikita. I fear no monsters, for no monsters I see, because all this time the monster has been me. Maybe we are the actual monsters.
Also, there is some truth to that in terms of, you know, the monsters of kind of, you know, if you're worried about what people think of you, or if you're sort of constantly on the lookout for like threats, people become these kind of, you know, the callous, nasty face of the kind of images you build of people in your head when they're talking shit about you.
Kind of.
You know, as in the ideas that you can build, these theories and conspiracies that you can have in your head about like, oh, you know,
Jenny thinks I'm stupid.
Agatha thinks that I'm fat and annoying.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of building these monsters in your head, but really what that's coming from you not liking you think you're fat and annoying, and so you are the monster that you're making Agatha or Jenny is actually you being like, you're fat and annoying. I'm fat and fucking annoying.
Right, yeah.
So really, it's not about if they don't like you. You don't like you. You are the monster. You are your own beast.
Yeah, so that's,
I don't like myself.
That's Charlie's therapy corner done there for a bit. What about stuff like the Loch Ness Monster or like a Bigfoot?
What about it?
What the... Where are they coming from? Why are we making up these mythical creatures that are terrifying? What purpose could that serve to human beings?
I guess it's like old telly.
Don't get in the lock.
It's like an old film. It's like old cinema. It's like cinema before there was cinema.
So stories.
Yeah, it's stories. It's like,
Yeah.
this is fucking amazing. There's a huge, like...
There's a lizard in my shoe.
Yeah.
It's not the best
There's
fucking
a
myth, is it?
ginormous octopus in the sea and it will eat you at any time it wants.
Yeah.
There's a kind of stegosaurus in that lock.
It keeps the campfire ticking along.
It
you know,
does.
when things are getting quiet, the elders have gone to bed, and there's, the children and the adults are there, and they're like, well, without now that they're gone, should we have some fucking entertainment?
Yeah, it's gossip.
Because Canuck's been boring the shit out of me.
Fuck
all
me.
night.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to
foraged
do.
all of our grass.
Yeah.
I've looked after my 18 children. They're all asleep now.
What?
I'm bored as fuck.
I'm bored as fuck. I can't keep staring into this fire and not saying anything.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the man who's also a goat in the forest?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Knooper.
Tell me everything.
Tell me everything right now.
This is better than Corrie.
This is so they had Coronation Street.
Yeah, but they do this shit, isn't it?
It is shit, isn't it? Even they couldn't even pull in the cavemen demographic in Corrie, can it?
Have you ever watched Corrie?
The bits and bobs.
Do you like it?
No, obviously not.
I like it.
Of course you do.
I like it. I watched it with Teresa, and I've actually been to the
That's
set.
sweet.
I've been to the set.
Have you with Teresa?
No, with myself.
You didn't go by yourself.
In Manchester. Yeah, no, I was in Manchester last year, and I thought
You didn't go by yourself.
Corrie's set is there, so I went to the gates.
You went to the gates of the Coronation Street set by yourself. By yourself.
In Media City.
By yourself. The gates.
Yeah.
What did you see?
I didn't see much because I couldn't get in.
So you couldn't see any actors.
But I was thinking about Corrie being in there.
Did you see any of the set?
Not really, no. But
So you
Corrie's
did a
in
kind of pilgrimage to the Coronation Street set.
Mecca.
Coronation Street. Wow, okay.
The Hajj.
I didn't realize you were such a fan. I'd never pilgrimaged to a set.
Well, I was already in Manchester. I didn't go to Manchester.
I'd been
just
to
for that.
Manchester. I didn't go to the Corrie set.
Well, you missed out.
Well, by standing at the gates and peering in.
Yeah, like kind of hugging the wall. I didn't hug the walls, but like that was the vibe. It was like,
I know
I'm
what
here.
being near a gate is. You're trying to explain to me what being near a gate is.
because you're not actually inside, but
you're kind of by a wall, and then
right.
you're near the wall, right?
And it divides. It means that like obviously I'm here.
What emotions did you go through when you got to the gates?
A kind of melancholy, like sort of life landmark.
Life landmark.
Small landmark. I've been to the Corrie set. It wasn't like I was at home. I was at Corrie. It was like I was out and about.
So that's
doing
your
stuff.
headline for visiting the Coronation Street set. Well, at least you're not at home.
I was doing stuff. I was out and about. I was seeking my.
Yeah, I guess you are. Yeah, you are doing stuff. No one's suggesting you're not doing stuff.
No, but doing important stuff. I went to the. So I can at the pub. I can be like, I've been to the Corrie set. I haven't actually bust that out yet.
Let's get Guillermo del
Let's
Toro.
get the Guillermo in.
Welcome, Guillermo.
Do you want me to translate?
Please. Would you please take it away for us now?
Estoy la cabeza.
Monsters are the patron saints of imperfection.
Lovely.
Thank you, Guillermo.
What a very sweet man.
So let's flip our idea of monsters. They might seem scary with big teeth and glowing eyes and howling mouths and scary fangs, but in reality, they're imperfect beings.
We're
We're imperfect. We're certainly not perfect.
Our imperfections make us what we are.
So maybe we're the real monsters. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's the human race that are the real monsters.
You know, actually, if I can say this,
and you can.
The biggest monster in the world will be a perfect thing.
What?
No, as in my opinion, that if you didn't have any imperfections, you'd be a kind of terrifying, inhuman.
Oh, I see.
You'd be
I
kind of
see
like
what you're doing.
you without any imperfections.
Yeah.
And you've got you. That's not a problem for you.
Oh.
You would be a kind of weird, eerie, supernatural kind of. That's a monster.
Right.
I want a couple warts.
Yeah.
I want to have a weird neck.
Yeah.
I want sort of issues with my spine.
Yeah.
And
physical
my
issues.
personality.
You are now describing a real monster nearly, some sort of crooked spine, long-necked being that's crawling around.
Who neglects his relationship with his family.
Yeah, perhaps indeed, those humans who are perfect are indeed the monsters.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Who's
they
a
are.
perfect... I mean, like that guy, for example, what is that guy called? Brian Johnson. He
Right.
is
He's
he's ultimately... he's about as close as we got to monster because he's like trying to kind of vampire
It's Frankenstein.
his way into immortality.
Yeah.
And he looks kind of eerie.
He does.
He looks,
Translucent.
the bog folk of like the kind of hut planes of the Patreon Valley, the real people who are kind of blemished and kind of hampered by their face, their squat appearance, their warty, sad lives. They're actually real people. Whereas this, he is probably about as close as we've got to a real life monster.
Yeah, Brian.
That guy looks fucked up.
He is the real life. He's our real life monster. He's literally injecting his son's blood into him.
That's fucking horrific.
That's a vampire.
Whereas you and I,
me and you,
we eat bread. We roll around in mud.
We're partial to some ham every now and again.
We get ill.
Yeah,
but we're real people.
So interestingly, maybe we're disagreeing with Guillermo here then, because monsters might be the patron saints of perfection.
Yeah,
because to be imperfect is to be human.
But then also to be human is to be monster. So where does that leave us?
Charlie, I'll tell you what, it's bloody confusing.
Ultimately, you just got to do what you can and try your best.
Let's get Rihanna out here, please.
Oh my God, bad gal Riri. She just had a kid.
Bad gal Riri, fresh from her pregnancy, has decided that she's able to make it to the studio to give us a quote.
She's amazing.
She is amazing.
Her and A$AP Rocky as a combination.
Wow.
I mean, it's sort of...
It's like if the sun and the moon got together.
It really is.
Yeah.
And they made a little tide.
The star, maybe. A tide?
Isn't that not what happens?
Well, the moon.
They made a little star.
Yeah.
And their star
is going to be a star.
Almost inevitably.
Nepo
baby on smack.
On smack. Take it away, Rihanna. I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head.
It's a mental health anthem.
It is a mental health. It's very you, actually. It's
deeply
Riri ain't far off the AI physicalization of your demons.
Demons.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed.
Yeah.
I have made my worries into a dog, and now I'm petting it. It's
sleeping on my tummy.
It's Nintendogs.
Yeah.
What she was saying with this is what we're coming up with
Get to know your monsters. And also,
get along with the voices inside of my head.
Hello. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being there for me.
I appreciate you.
I hear you all the time.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
I hear you. I see you.
Yeah. You don't see them.
I hear them.
Yeah. Where were we? Where was it? You'll break down again. I hear you. I see you. What's the day today? And that's true. She gets along with the voices inside of her head. The voices that are the demons in her. The you're not good enough. You're bad. She says, hey, would you like to come round for tea?
Stay.
And they go,
for a month.
Oh, I've never been loved like this. I've never been invited round for a biscuit.
I'm rather disarmed.
Let's go in and let's go in together and have a relationship, and everything I said I don't mean.
And they actually, it allows her voices to be vulnerable too, because they have never been, previously, it's like they're doing all the scaring. What happens if the scared turns around and says, I'm not scared. Stay with me.
You hold the power in the monster relationship.
Nintendogs.
Well, if we compare that to the earlier quote.
Yes.
Whoever fights monsters should see that in the process he does not become a monster. So we shouldn't be fighting monsters. We should be befriending them.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to interrupt. Just a note that this next little bit is going to have bad microphone sound. I have felt it necessary to include it in the podcast. It's only a few seconds because I feel like we should experience and share this all together. I've included a little bit of the context of what's happening, but essentially this is Charlie spilling boiling hot tea that we've literally just made directly onto his penis.
Many cases of different monsters around the world and around cultures. They're everywhere. You can't get away from them. And I'm not talking about the fat cats in the city here. You're pointing at you.
In my tummy, there's probably a lot of them there.
There are. You don't have one of these diseases, by the way. We're not full of... Are you full of malaria?
I think I'm full of bacteria.
Yeah, you're full of bacteria, but they're not... What? Fuck. What? You spilt tea on you? Jesus Christ. I've never heard a man scream like that.
That's crazy.
You spilled... I honestly thought it was such a...
Should we explain?
Yeah. I don't know if we got that on camera, but...
Well, we got it on camera. We'll put the video there.
Okay,
if not
we'll definitely have the video. I think one of the most startling moments in podcast history.
I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Charlie spilt tea on his penis.
Balls.
And actually, I've genuinely never heard a man scream. I was terrified because you were in the middle of saying that you're full of bacteria. He started screaming like genuine fear. We're not sure if we've got the sound of it or not, but we might have it, which is obviously it's been included. The fear in your face and the scream and like flapping about. And while saying I'm full of bacteria,
It kept coming
for a
though.
bit. I kept going like, is he doing a bit like he's really full of bacteria? And I was like, but this is genuine. Well, look at my face. I was genuinely scared because you were just kind of flapping about. I didn't know what to do.
Because it kept coming through. It kept like going through the layers of clothing into my skin.
Oh God, you're an absolute fucking nightmare. The amount.
But quite appropriately, the monster came out of.
We've had our scariest podcast moment then.
I was a monster just then.
You were a monster and you were terrorizing your penis and me.
It really hurts.
Yeah. Well,
I've really hurt myself.
Well, back onto monsters after that odd segue of genuine fear and
I
chaos.
think I've got like a blister.
Do you need to do anything?
No.
You're just gonna.
I can't do anything. I think it would have to be like my balls are gonna. Oh, the pot sympathizes.
The pot sympathizes. So let's get into some different monsters that have occurred around the world in different cultures. There's the big grey man of Ben Macdui. Ben Macdui. Britain's answer to the Yeti. Of Ben Macdui?
Ben Macdui.
A British mythical beast, an extremely large Sasquatch-like grey figure covered in short hair. He is said to haunt the summit of Ben Macdui, the highest peak of the Cairngorms in Scotland. Wherever the big grey man ventures, he is accompanied by a sense of irrational panic and dread. He is said to be very thin and over 10 feet tall, with dark skin and hair, long arms and broad shoulders. However, there are a few reported actual sightings. People tend to just report the feelings of his presence. In 1925, John Norman Colley, a member of the Royal Geographic Society. Oh, he's not our friend then. They're our biggest enemies, the Royal.
I don't know. I'm trying to befriend them.
Fine, right.
We don't want to
Yeah,
like.
geographers love us. That's the opposite of what we've been saying.
They hate us, but we don't want them to be. We are trying to learn. We're investigating. We're here to solve problems.
Fuck the Royal Geographical Society. You can get fucked. I have no interest in you, and you shouldn't have any interest in us. Get out of here. That member of the Royal Geographical Society was hiking alone in the peak and reported this first encounter. I began to think I heard something else than merely the noise of my own footsteps. Every few steps I took, I heard a crunch, as if someone was walking after me, but taking steps 3 or 4 times the length of my own. I said to myself, this is all nonsense. As I walked on, and the eerie crunch sounded behind me, I was seized with terror and took to my heels, staggering blindly among the boulders for 4 or 5 miles. Whatever you make of it, I do not know, but there is something very queer about the top of Ben Macdui, and I will not be going back there again.
I thought you meant that this was all nonsense. I thought you were saying this is all nonsense as you were reading it. This is
No,
this is all bollocks.
No, that was him himself. And then in 1945, a man called Peter Densham was working on the mountain and reported feeling increasing pressure around his neck. And a few years later, in 1948, his friend Richard Frere said he heard an intensely high singing note alongside a presence.
I mean, that's fucking terrifying.
What's the scariest thing to hear if you think you've been stalked by a monster? Look at me.
Call her.
Call her.
Call her.
You can't get out of your own head. All of your fears have to be something like,
Call her.
you did a bad job last Friday. Why isn't it like,
She'll never forgive
I want
you.
to smell your blood or something? It's not.
Too on the nose. I need something more like hard.
You would be more scared of hearing, I think you spoke too much at the pub last weekend than you would being,
Yeah.
I want to use your eyeballs as shoes.
People found you to be intrusive and exhausting to be around. Your jokes weren't. You weren't. No one thought you were funny. They found you very overbearing. Your new hair doesn't suit you.
So you're in a constant nightmare because you're more afraid of the thoughts in your own head than you are if a monster was stalking you, saying it wants to wear your ears as hands.
But I'm trying to befriend them using my AI Nintendo Demon scheme. You see,
And that's going very successfully.
that's the plan.
So there's lots of cases of monsters, but we've decided we're going to create our own monsters. We've built our own monsters. Where monsters change through culture. There's lots of different like expressions of vampires, werewolves. These things kind of maintain, but they adapt as societies adapt, as technologies change. Fear of aliens and interdimensional beings are now a thing. Now that we've got some better understanding of science, but there's not that many new monsters in the modern world, and we're here to bloody change that. We're here to introduce new monsters and bring them into the conversation. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, that's that.
No, I was saying, like, is there anyone that's actually constantly... I guess the people who are designing, like, games are designing monsters all the time.
Yeah.
That's all. These monsters are designed to... What's their purpose? Terrify each other or terrify the world?
Why would a monster's purpose be to terrify another monster? What are you talking about? No, just before we get going, Andrew, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? Who exactly are these monsters terrorizing? They're victims.
The vision.
They're victims of their colleagues. Yeah. So this is AI lean. The myth of AI lean. A lot of the modern world is scared about AI taking over and replacing humanity and replacing human relationships as well.
AI, no.
AI. Hell no. If you wouldn't mind me adding a cuss.
I don't mind at all.
Get out of my bedroom and into my computer.
Old MacDonald had a horrible farm of monsters. AI, no.
Okay.
Old MacDonald had a solar panel farm. AI, no.
What did solar panel add?
Just AI, I guess, like the tech.
Right, okay.
Smart tech.
Old
MacDonald has actually been replaced by young MacDonald.
Old MacDonald has an Alexa in his kitchen. AI, no.
Yeah.
AI is taking over and replacing humanity and human relationships. So AI lean has come into the modern world.
No.
She appears in your mirror at night when you're brushing your teeth and doing your nighttime ablutions. She starts talking to you as you do your nightly ablutions, and you get mesmerized by her white... Fuck, ignore me. She appears in the mirror at night when you're brushing your teeth. She's a smoky kind of apparition and looks exactly like a person, except she hasn't got any pupils and she only has one strand of hair.
Say pubes. I'm glad you said pupils. except she hasn't got any pubes.
She's an entirely normal woman, except with no pubes. She shaved them or something. It's very odd. I've never seen the like of it before.
AI, no. Pubes.
She's a smoky kind of apparition and looks exactly like a person, except she hasn't got any pupils and she only has one strand of hair. She starts talking to you as you do your nightly ablutions, and you get mesmerized by her white eyeballs, so talk back and share all your deepest secrets, regrets, hopes, and dreams. Every night you see AI lean as she learns more and more about you until she knows everything. When you go into the bathroom one night after she's learned everything about you, you see yourself looking back at you in the mirror, blood pouring from your eyes. You touch your hair and large clumps fall out. You look down at the sink and see you're actually bleeding. Your eyes then pop out of their sockets and land in the sink. You look back up at the mirror and it's you, but without pupils and a single strand of hair.
We've become AI lean.
Yeah. That's the monster of AI lean. So that's what happens to the victims. That's horrendous. That's what happens to the victims.
And does
AI
that victim then go and infect others? Who knows?
Who's to say?
Is there an army?
We've only got reports of what's happened to victims we know of.
It's a comment on the proliferation of kind of AI and how much of a monster that is for our lives.
Yes.
Our AI lives.
Our AI lives.
It doesn't work. For our lives, our leans.
We're fine with that. But yeah, look, that's a modern monster for a modern world.
Terrifying.
Hey.
The thing I like least about Eileen,
AI lean
is the fact that she's got one strand of hair.
That's always scary, isn't it?
Get rid of it.
Yeah, but that
grow another one.
But I think that's why it's so scary, because it kind of separates you from humanity in a way. Because if you've got 3 long strands of hair, any human would just cut that off. Whereas monsters go, I don't care about my hair.
No, it's almost like an antenna.
I'm here to scare you, Claire. Now go over there.
My mum's called Claire.
Oh.
I've also made a monster. My monster is called... Where is she? The Therapist.
The Therapist. What a fucking surprise.
She's a really kind-looking middle-aged woman with forgiving eyes and a warm smile that never breaks. She lives in your lounge. She takes your insecurities and your deepest secrets from you, and she helps you with them completely. She fixes you. She says it's all about opening up. But every time you open up, She takes a piece of flesh. She, open up, but you're opening up
You're literally opening up.
Your entire body.
Yeah, she's kind of like part surgeon, part therapist.
It comes at a cost. Growth comes at a cost.
Kind of just sounds like a serial killer to me.
No, she's taking bits of your flesh, but she is helping you.
I feel like monsters have to have a bit of a supernatural... Monster stories, at least. She's got to have a bit of a supernatural element.
There is a supernatural bit.
What?
She's got a smile that never breaks, and she helps you. She massively helps you with all your issues, but she takes chunks of you. She's taking chunks out of you.
A person could take a chunk out of another person, and people do take chunks.
And then they become part of her, so she grows.
Oh, right, here we go.
She grows and grows until she becomes this like terrifying mass.
Yeah.
Her face kind of, it's almost like she becomes this kind of collage of people.
So what's the modern fear and anxiety that monster's playing on?
Well, there's obviously a mental health epidemic that's rife throughout our country. People are lonely.
Okay. But it's almost a fear of opening up.
It's a fear of opening up.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself, I'm on the one hand vulnerable, but on the other hand, incredibly closed. I am.
We are dichotomies.
This is me getting real. This is you're kind of the therapist,
yes,
lady.
Please.
You will take a piece of my nuts. I assume.
Yeah.
Like
take a piece of my nuts.
Or my loin. So it's hard to open up, but you can do it. And but only at the cost. It's like, what would it take for you to fully open up? If it was guaranteed that you're going to improve, but what would you give them other than money? Would you give them pieces of your flesh?
No. I wouldn't give a piece of my flesh so I could speak better about my emotions.
I think you could do with that, to be honest.
Of course you do. This is, you sure about that? A big fear in the modern world is identity splintering. We're scared about not knowing who we actually are as we perform different versions of ourselves all the time, whilst polarization divides us along political lines. So, you sure about that is a 3-foot bald man in the shape of a ball. He terrorizes people by rolling into the room whenever someone is confidently thinking or saying what they think is going on and shouts, "You sure about that?" Even in moments of quiet introspection, where you're getting to the point of realization, "You sure about that?" will roll into your bedroom and say, "You sure about that?" Those terrorized by "you sure about that" will become so unsure about everything that they'll stop eating and drinking because they're not sure whether they should or not. Once they die from thirst and starvation, you sure about that will roll over their dead bodies saying, "Oh, they're surely dead now, though." So that's you sure about that.
I like him.
You like him less than the terrifying AI Lee.
Yeah, because he's more sort of conniving. Yeah, he's more snide. You sure about that?
Just a ball.
What's that play? Is that playing on the fact that like you can't trust what you read anymore?
A bit. It's like it's identity splintering. You're scared about performing in different. In every situation we feel like we're performing differently online. Polarization in politics. Everything's a bit confusing as well. That you can't form a strong identity. It's hard to form a strong identity in the modern world. You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about it?
Yeah.
Mostly he's just a big ball that rolls around.
The fact that he's a completely spherical ball and he's bald.
Don't like that bit.
I can't even really imagine him. You sure about that? Does he bounce in?
No, he rolls in. He's a ball.
Oh, he rolls in.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
He can't bounce. He's not hollow. Best. He's not hollow. He's full of everyone's doubts.
Does he like anyone? Does he have a wife?
He likes people who flip-flop on political issues.
Those he'll leave them alone.
He will.
I guess because they're not sure about anything, are they?
Yeah. The bloody Labour Party he likes. There you go. That's something.
Lord Mandelson.
Flip-flopping isn't his biggest issue. It's more suck-cocking. No, because it's confusing.
Maybe. He is gay. My next monster is called Gel.
Gel?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sort of translucent. It looks a bit like toothpaste.
Yes.
It's a slug that looks a bit like that sparkly toothpaste.
Yep.
And it will again. It's designed. It nominally looks like it's going to help you.
Right.
It will bring you closer to your mum, and it'll bring. Say you've got an issue with your mum.
Yeah.
It will get you guys around the table and say, look. It can speak weirdly. It's got a little kind of jelly mouth. Look, guys.
Do his voice.
Yes, guys. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
You need to talk.
Okay.
You'll be too late soon.
Yeah.
It's a bit Spanish.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, and then you guys reconcile your issues, but then he keeps working on you two until eventually you fuse. And then you and your mum.
Is he the gel in the middle that fuses you?
He's the gel. He's like the glue. And
right.
You become your mum. You are together forever.
Okay. And then you're kind of the monsters.
You're the monsters.
Yeah, you're like sewn together.
And
people.
Gel is also crucially incredibly hard. You can't really kill gel. The monster is
Because he's
you
goo.
can't. He's goo. He can disappear through cracks.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
That's gel.
That's gel. Okay. What's the modern fear that he's
I guess sort of
not being close to your mum?
not being close.
So what were the two modern fears you addressed?
Oedipus complex.
Not opening up in therapy and not being close enough to your mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, look, we don't want to encounter any of those monsters out there, do we?
I certainly don't.
I would be on the back foot if that were me. Who would you least like to encounter?
Of the four,
Yeah.
the ball man.
You sure about that? Yeah, I don't want him rolling in. You
No,
sure
it
about
sounds like a nightmare. Although he would be quite easy to kind of kill, I think.
that? As
He's
a
small
bull.
bald man.
Yeah. But why do we create monster stories? What is it within us that we're so obsessed with creating monster stories?
I think partly because previously, before TV, that was the best we had. Like we were saying,
Right, yeah. Not the TV theory is a work in
solid.
progress. But there's lots of theories as to why do we create something that's so scary to us? Why would we put ourselves through that pain?
keep us on our toes.
Well, we'll start off then with the evolutionary survival theory, which posits that monsters are training stimulation for the brain. Early humans paid attention to glowing eyes in the dark because the brain learns to exaggerate threats, so we're more alert and remember scary stories more than the calm ones. So monsters are kind of, they're similar to the predators that might have killed us.
Like a crocodile.
Like a crocodile, or in fact, indeed, a bear. So if we have these stories of these glowing eyes, terrifying big claws things, it's evolutionary beneficial to be remembered and scared by them because we're going to be sharper, quicker, faster, stronger.
Can you ever see a glowing... Is it actually possible to see glowing eyes in the dark?
Yeah, some animals' eyes glow a bit in the dark.
Do they?
Yeah. Like a jackal, I imagine. Unless I've been lied to by children's books.
I think you might have been lied to.
No, there's eyes. Some animal eyes do glow a bit in the dark.
Do you think how much do you think it would affect life if it turns out that there actually definitely is there is a grey man of Lem who lives on that hill? Does it affect the stock market? Does it affect anything? Do we just get on with it? For some reason, it's protected by the National Trust or the RSPCA, but it turns out that there actually is a grey man of whatever his name is.
And the RSPCA were in on it. And they've been protecting him for all
they
these
find
years.
out, but then they just there's a kind of weird drive of protest where it's you can't ET this guy. You need to fucking let him be, let him forage and eat nuts. The footage came out of him kind of brushing his teeth, and we were all like, okay, fair fucks. It's just trying to live.
What's your question?
Does that affect day-to-day life of the people?
Yeah. If we found out that there was a real monster running around,
what does it do to
I think
the
we'd be
world?
like, what do we think about everything? We've been laughing at the idea that monsters exist, and now look, there's a grey man who lives in a moor.
He's absolutely
so then
exists.
let's go. We need to dig up Loch Ness and see if the bloody snake's down there.
Do you think we would do that?
Probably not. I think it would be disastrous to the ecosystem. I don't think it's necessarily going to affect the stock. It might affect the stock market. What products would be less valuable? It would spook the market, I think, actually, if we found a grey man, a grey kind of 20-foot tall man with long limbs living on a moor.
Oil would be affected.
I think the stock market would go down.
Salt would plummet.
I don't think. Why?
I don't know.
Well, then don't bring it up. I think there would be it's a terrifying. The stock market is all about confidence in, we know what's happening here. We can get a good idea and make good predictions.
We're people. There's only people.
Now there's a grey man who lives on the moor
with huge long arms.
What's going to happen next?
The bloody banshee will come out and it'll disrupt Taiwanese pork.
There's also the psychological projection theory. Monsters are us externalized. Cultures turn their fears into creatures. Vampires is a fear of disease, sexuality, death. Werewolves, fear of losing control. Zombies, fear of mass conformity, collapse. Demons, intrusive thoughts and guilt. Monsters change with society.
Yeah.
That makes obvious sense.
That does. Do you think that those remote tribes in kind of Amazon?
Sure.
For example.
I'll accept.
Do you imagine that have they got monsters of their own? Do we all just have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, well, it's been throughout history, the vast majority of all cultures have created their own monsters with their kind of to do with their specific fears.
Yeah.
So, but if you're in a tribe in the Amazon, for example, you might actually, they're contending with big snakes. So that might be enough of a monster for them.
Right.
You're like, just watch out for Derek because he's in that tree again.
The snake called Derek.
Yeah. Not like an aggressive tribesman. They're like, watch out for pedo Derek. He's up in the tree again, trying to look down
He
people's...
will try and jump on you.
Trying to look down people's smocks. No.
Yeah.
There's the social control theory. Monsters exist to enforce rules. For example, don't go in that forest alone. Don't break sexual taboos. Don't wander at night. Don't disobey the elderly. A form of control.
It's quite convenient.
Yeah. If I was
Don't
trying to
get fingered in that bush because there is a small bald pig boy in there.
If I was trying to stop you going into my room because
Yeah.
you kept going into my room and just sitting on my bed, I'd be like, well, there's a big man in there who has hair on his nose,
And he will eat.
He'll play with you and then eat you.
He'll strip your head from. He'll eat all the hair off your head like a kind of cow eats grass,
Yeah,
and then he'll eat your whole body.
he will, and then I imagine you
But
stop
I
going in my
do
room.
without that.
You know what? I
I'm
don't
gonna
need
stay
to
down
sit
here and
on
play
Andrew's
PlayStation.
bed today.
So now we're going to oogle boogle our way down, are we?
Yeah, we're oogle boogling our way down to Patreon Valley. We're being chased by various monsters.
Can I say how cute you look in your lovely mask?
Thank you. I think it's glorious.
Do I look sweet?
Yeah, you do actually. You look very sweet.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, the Patreon Valley, just after having recovered from the snowstorm that it's experienced, is now being subject to many
Parasites.
monsters now attacking.
HIV
everyone.
crisis.
No, monsters.
Yeah, which are.
Okay, fine.
If there's an
Fine.
HIV crisis in
There's an HIV crisis in Patreon Valley. Obviously, the hut people don't have
Gonorrhea.
access to the doctors, so
there's a real petri dish of virus monsters in Patreon Valley. There's gonorrhea.
but as well as real monsters as well.
Oh yeah, fine, and the
Yeah.
Gruffalo.
Yeah.
AIDS and Gruffalos. Basically.
Yeah, Patreon Valley is full of AIDS and Gruffalos, unfortunately. It's really tough.
And we are trying to clean it up, but Bill and Ben's ill.
Yeah, and to be honest, we've been subjecting them to some pretty tough
We need a better
scenarios.
week next time.
We need a better week next time. But yeah, so here we are on the Patreon Valley. Subscribe to the Patreon for an extra episode every week, 3 episodes, and all of that jazz and stuff. And
You'll be incubated from any viruses. You will get a hoodie.
Depends where you're at.
Depends who you are. Depends who you ask. And I'm gonna have a burger with a guy who's airing me now. The burger's in his bun.
Oh
The bread is in his bun.
no, you had it.
The burger's in his bun.
There you go. And you could end up like R.
Who's R?
R is her name or his name. R.
Is it?
Yeah.
R?
R, just the letter R.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably means
Just
Richard. Probably means Richard or something.
Yeah. Or Rudan. They ask, yeah, I'll bite. It's monstery talk straight off the bat. You are a heroine in a romancy smutty book. Which monster would you like to do it with? The Minotaur, werewolf, orc, cyclops, centaur, serpent, merman, etc. I think I'd like to get ravaged by a Minotaur.
I understand.
I think the hot breath coming out of his nostrils with the very charming nostril ring he has on would probably do it for me. I think the Greek myth of the Minotaur comes from a lady fucking a bull, disguising herself as a cow,
Really?
getting fucked by a bull, and then she gives birth to the Minotaur.
True story.
Greek myth. Really? When? And that's where the Minotaur came from. Like, you've been seeing the Minotaur about, and you're like, where does he come from?
How does this
How
happen?
does this happen? Yeah, I think like this. I'm imagining the steam of his breath. I think it's also is a human cock. Let's get that straightened
Is
out,
it?
and I will get that straightened out during my intercourse
Ravaging.
with the Minotaur. I'd see his floppy penis, and I'd say, "Excuse me, sir, that seems to need to be straightening out." It's not the best writing of this smutty romance novel that you've heard, but
That cock is mine. That's all.
nice. Well, nice.
Your cock is mine at all. Give it to me now. Take me on this rock.
And I'll give you a tour of my body.
Bum.
Bum. Yeah, bum. I do like bum.
There's not much to see though, is there?
Yeah, human cock, kind of cow bull
Yeah.
head. I can see that working for me.
I think I would go to the orc kind of brothel and just like have a really shameful.
I imagine you'd have quite the time.
I mean, like, because orcs are just, they're sub life forms. You could just, and that's not my
You
thing.
could do whatever you wanted.
But I could do whatever I want to an orc. And I would have like a really horrible time.
Yeah.
I'd have a really horrible time with the orcs.
What do you want to do to an
I'd
orc?
just fucking do I'd like ravage it. Then I'd probably like.
Bite his head off. God. Just like fucking
That's
pull
not, by the way,
its...
that's not what I want to do with people. But I would do it.
Seems the question was, what would you like?
It's not what I
to do
want.
it?
It's just what I have to do. I have
Right.
to.
It's
I have
some
to
sort
do
of
this.
obligation.
I am obliged to ravage all these orcs because also I'm putting them out of their misery. They don't want to be alive anyway. So I fuck it. I fought them and then I
Well, what a dark answer from you.
Take care of
Which monster would you most like to do it with? An orc, so I could kill it.
No, not so that. In addition to,
That makes it so much better.
they're horrible. I'd have have a really weird cokey time in the orc brothel where I like shag and kill orcs, and when I go back to my family and they're like, "How was your night, Dad?" And I'm like, "I don't want to.
I don't want to talk
I
about
don't want
it.
to talk. I don't want to orc about it.
Well, that would be a very fair thing to not bring up with your children.
They want to walk about it.
I've been. You come in and your wife's like, "You've been at the orc orgy again, haven't you? You've been down the orc brothel. I can see you're covered in slime. You've got limbs in your pockets."
And I go, "Darling, I don't want to walk."
It's been a tough day at work. I need to blow off some steam at the orc brothel every now and again.
Yeah.
I've invited you to come, but you are not interested in the orcs for some reason.
Can you imagine
What?
how horrible that as
What would be?
the whole thing?
Yeah, what the thing we're talking about? Right, you just freaked out.
I'm
a
actually
bit
just
then.
really imagining how visceral it would be to like shag an orc.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
noise.
I actually think you wouldn't do an orc. I think you're a centaur man.
I think I'm more of maybe a mermaid boy.
No, it's not. It's men.
Oh, so I'm shagging. It's only men who I'm fucking.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you're a centaur man.
Yes,
I
because
think
I can
you'd love
ride
to-
it while I fuck it,
Yeah,
and then it's like two birds, one boner.
two birds, one bone if you want. But I think there's
Two birds, one stone.
I think you'd actually, if I'm being honest, I think if a centaur presented itself to you, I think you would have sex with it in real life without having to do anything. Think of
Probably,
it-
I'll be like, "This is mate. This is what an opportunity this is."
Yeah, it is.
I've met a
Something
centaur
to
now.
put
It
on the
wants, me
CV.
to, wants me to fuck it.
Mm.
I would probably be able to like build a life out of that. If I could prove that I've done
Build a
that.
life out of that.
If I met a centaur,
Another online profile thing.
if I would probably become a kind of
No, it's a one-off thing. No one will believe you. But I think you do it for the experience. We're not building an Instagram profile out of it. It's not about getting your LinkedIn up and running.
Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I think I probably would do that because it would be such a unique
Yeah.
opportunity to
You
know.
suck a horse cock, would you?
Is it just a horse?
It's a horse with a human torso.
Oh, fine. No, you don't mean you're like just I wouldn't suck off a horse, just a normal horse. I'd suck off a centaur. Yeah, yeah.
That's a horse dick.
I guess I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. To be honest, I'm not kicking it out of bed. Can a merman have sex? Aren't they? What's going on?
Do they have penises?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I imagine some do.
Yeah, I'd probably get taken by a centaur, or I would shag a centaur while I ride it.
Yeah, okay. That does sound like quite a lovely afternoon. The monsters are still chasing us.
Fuck off.
Go away.
Fuck off. That's what I would say. If a monster was chasing me, I would try and reason with it before I.
And you'd be immediately dead.
No, I'd be like, guys,
you're going to reason.
I'm just me, and I really could do without this. Like,
and I'm a cyclops. I'm here to eat
I know,
you.
but
Thank you for stopping. I'm not reasonable. I'm a monster, and I'm here to
just hear me
murder
out
and
because I
kill
am
you.
yummy, and I'll let
I
you.
don't care.
I'll come happy, but just
I
just
do
listen.
not. I haven't got a human morality system. I don't give a shit about your
No, but
life. I'm
fucking
here
just
to eat you.
I can't be fucked, and this is pissing me
I
off.
don't care. I want to murder you and eat you.
Yeah, and I'm already going. I'm working like really hard anyway, and this is so long. Like,
I don't care that
I'll
you're
give
working hard on
I
a
can buy you all the
podcast.
meat you want. I can get you some other meat.
I want human meat.
Well,
I want you.
We'll go to the graveyard and you can have loads of. I can't
don't
be
want.
fucked with
I
this.
want rotted
This
corpses.
this is like.
I want a fresh, plump little
No,
boy like
just
you.
Don't bother.
No.
I taste weird, and I've got some.
You
bad
don't taste
I've
weird.
got a lot of bad stuff inside.
Well, let's
me.
find out.
No, you don't want it.
And
I'll
I've
poison
eaten you. And all of the friends that you were with have run off, and you've accidentally sacrificed
And
yourself.
what a noble death!
Because not noble.
What
You've
a noble
gone.
death!
Not,
Everyone
no,
would think it was noble.
yeah,
They'd have already.
everyone would think it was noble, but they'd hear your last
I would
words
know
of
the
going,
truth.
I don't taste good. I've got horrible stuff inside of me. That's Charlie's last words after he's eaten by the Cyclops. Speaking of Cyclopses, it's time for our pieces. We're in Pieces pasture. The monsters have turned away. They're chasing us, but they've seen such beauty of the pasture that they've forgotten all the evil in the world, and they've turned good by
They get
seeing the
subsumed.
flowers immediately. And the sun has shined on them, and they've got.
And then they become just lawn. They become grass in Pieces pasture.
Okay, yeah, they're like
they get
fertilizer for the.
They're
for the-
fertilized.
yeah, they
Pieces
become.
pasture just vanquishes them into lovely.
It does, yes. Because of the
Astro.
pure good and joy of Pieces pasture.
You cannot blemish it.
You cannot blemish
And you
it.
shall not.
Even with the strongest and most powerful evil monsters there are on the planet.
Now, if you could just very quickly,
Please.
if you could find out,
Mm.
and you don't know why or how, but you know for a fact your last word, would you find out your last word?
Yes.
Okay, what if it was like lorry,
Lorry.
then you know, oh fuck, I probably got hit by a lorry then.
Oh, I thought you meant like a person called Laurie. And I was like, well, I guess my nurse was called Laurie.
What would you like and not like? What would be an ideal? Ideally, it's like the.
Poo. That would be bad, wouldn't it?
Poo would be awful.
It would be bad.
It would
yeah.
imply you've drowned in it.
Not really. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, you're saying that the words are specific to the deaf.
You
I'm
can-
just
you can
imagining
infer
him.
it.
I'm imagining I'm in a hospital bed.
No, you don't know. You might be. It's like what happens if it's like you? Then you know that someone's betrayed you. Probably.
No, I don't. I might be
It
dying
might be
on
love
my
you.
bed.
Might be love you actually. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You
What's
mean
a-
so
what-
much to me.
What's a nightmare?
Poo?
Poo.
Yeah. Well, you want it to have some sort of meaning. Your last word.
Okay, I think we're doing different things.
Okay,
here.
fine.
I'm talking about like, oh my god,
what it means for your death.
It implies that something really fucked
Right.
happening.
Okay.
Wife.
Betrayal.
No, that's two on the. It's not going to be.
2 on the nose. Brilliant. Well, wife is if I heard that my last word was wife, I'm not going to be like, oh, my wife's murdered me. Beans.
Quiet. Quiet's quite bad.
Quiet.
Quiet. Bang. I don't know.
Bang.
What would be what's? I guess like something completely neutral, such as basket or the.
That's sad because then it sounds like I've just dropped dead in a shopping centre.
Can you help me with my basket?
Oranges. I need broccoli. This is all sad. I don't know, man. Fucking fish. I don't know. Shark coming towards me.
Shark would be bad.
Shark's bad.
Shark is very conclusive. You
Shark
can
is
eat by a shark.
conclusive. That's a
We
bad
can agree
one.
on that.
We can agree on that.
Let's return to the pasture.
Let's return to the pasture. So we're gonna finish off this episode by performing some of pieces that Charlie and I have both written to do with the topic of monsters. We're going to start with mine, which is called Monsters, and it's by me. Night, Adam. Andrew heads to his bathroom, brushes his teeth, washes his face, gets in his pajamas, and snuggles up in bed. He turns his bedside lamp off. He puts on an episode of Andrew and Charlie Investigate to remind himself of just how funny he is. Ah, another wonderful episode filled with laughter and interesting discussion. Well done, Charlie. Well done, me. His eyes begin to gently close when he hears an unfamiliar sound from the wardrobe. His eyes open. He peers at the wardrobe. Silence. He shrugs and closes his eyes. Moments after, there's a louder thudding from the wardrobe. Andrew bolts upright and turns on his bedside light. More noises from the wardrobe. Andrew slowly peels away the duvet from himself and tentatively puts a bare foot on the floor. He gets up out of the bed, slowly making his way to the wardrobe. As he steps, the floor beneath him creaks. The wardrobe goes silent. Andrew stays still. The rummaging begins again. Andrew takes one more step and throws the wardrobe door open. Boo! Charlie Milner jumps out of the cupboard. What are you doing here?
Ha! Scared ya
What are you doing here?
to get you. I got you real good, didn't I? Now look at your little face. Terrified. You're all scared.
What are you doing here?
It's a prank for the podcast.
You're not filming.
No, but we can talk about it on air. This is good. This is great. It's gonna be funny.
What are you doing here?
Fine. When I brought up the fear I have of a bald man living in my cupboard, you laughed and dismissed it, saying I was mad like you always do. I wanted you to walk a mile in my shoes, to understand me better and not just diminish the things that I say. For you to see me as a real man, who has hopes and dreams and what it feels like for those to be crushed every week on a fucking podcast by someone who doesn't seem to care about the effect that his words have on me. I know I might sound crazy a lot of the time, but it's just me trying to be honest and open with you, and when you shut that down, it just feels like you're not being honest and open back. And that's really lonely, and I need you to see that.
You live in my wardrobe, don't you?
Yeah, can I get in the bed, please?
Sure. Andrew and Charlie climb into Andrew's bed. They embrace each other and put on an episode of Andrew and Charlie Investigate. We really are good at podcasts. They gently fall asleep in each other's arms.
Lovely. What's the message?
The message there is that the monster might be your partner in crime.
Seems like we are not in a very healthy place in that story.
It's kind of, I was playing on the whole, my confusion as to whether you live in a shop or not.
I actually live at yours, but
Yeah,
I'm a lodger.
If one of us was to secretly live in the other one's wardrobe, it would be you living in mine.
Would you be annoyed with me?
No, I'd be concerned.
No annoyed, no anger.
I don't think I would feel angry. I think if you're in that darker place that you decided to live in my wardrobe.
I'm the super rat. You'd find out that I'd been the super rat.
Yeah, it would explain some of the scurrying.
I live in yours.
You live in my wardrobe. Yeah, no, the message is sometimes the greatest monsters are right in front of you.
That's
Me
us.
and you're new to
We're
him.
weird monsters.
Yeah.
I've written a piece. That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It means the world. So I've written a piece. This is called Monsters, and it's by me. I've got a monster living at mine. Sorry, not monster. We prefer new entity. My new entity is absolutely lovely. His name is Gordon. He's really, really shy and hairy and kind of like covered in ears. I have to whisper around him because of all the ears. I've had Gordon about 6 months now. Found him in a skip on the side of the street. Heard a whimpering coming from a bag of cement. I thought maybe it was a baby and I might get on the BBC. Pulled him out all excited and it was Gordon. Initially it was a bit gross and confusing, but what can I say? He charmed me, and I soon grew fond of him. Now Gordon's my world. We're inseparable, and we hang out every evening. Stick the telly on and have dinner. Mainly I feed him gel, the stuff they give feeder insects such as whipped mealworms, crickets, locusts, etc. But occasionally he gets salmon, when he's been a good boy. Gordon says his dad lived to 200, so I've got him for a while. It's nice to feel needed. That's it.
Well, that's lovely. That's a lovely, monsters are children too.
They are.
At some point, monsters would have
Baby
been
monster.
cute little baby monster.
I love every baby monster I've ever seen depicted.
Yeah.
I've loved.
It's a bit of a trope, isn't it, actually?
They're very, very sweet.
Yeah.
In the same way that little things of anything are very sweet, like
Yeah.
little lions or little crocodiles.
Yeah. Little bears.
Little bears are the best.
They are the best.
Cubs.
Cubs, little cubs. Yeah, interesting. Does Gordon grow when he...
We don't know. I think he does, yeah. And then it
Okay.
gets complicated and weird. But
I imagine, how old was Gordon at the end of the story?
at the end of that story, 14.
14, okay. Yeah, there might be some issues down the line.
Teething issues,
We could
yeah.
even find out later on
Gordon's
at some
eating
point
him.
what's happened to Gordon, what's happened to you, what's the relationship like.
Sure.
I imagine with some growth and given the fact that Gordon is an eerie monster, there's probably going to be some issues with that later down the line, which I'm interested to hear about.
Yeah.
Well, he's in his
He's gonna
teenage
come back.
phase as well, so,
It's idyllic at the minute. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck. It's almost like a kind of son/pet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but you're nurturing him. And, maybe with the human care that you're going to give Gordon, he won't turn into the monster that he's destined to be.
Hopefully not. He'll get a job in the local leisure centre.
Yeah.
Cleaning the pool.
He could be the guy at the top of the flume, telling kids when to go or
Yeah,
not.
one at a time.
And
Or I will eat
he'd
you.
probably be a great lifeguard because of all the years.
Yeah,
So he should work at the local leisure centre.
Yeah.
He should be a
he
lifeguard.
can hear the children screaming.
Exactly.
And he won't act on it in a malicious way. He won't try and eat them before it.
Yes.
He'll try and help them.
Because previously, in another life, he would have used those ears for terror. Now, he's using those ears for good.
And that's what it's all about.
To Gordon. What
Gordon.
a lovely story. So what have we learnt about monsters, Charlie?
We've learned that AI should be used not... The investment into AI should be directed much more into anthropomorphizing our emotions as monsters that we can get to know better, understand, and eventually master.
Yeah, Nintendemons should take off immediately. If we make our mental monsters into physical ones, then they won't seem as monstrous.
Exactly. We've also learned that... What else have we learned?
We've learned that humans are the real monsters, and maybe the monster lies within us.
And that's okay. Get familiar with it. Get real with it. I know my monsters. They're fucking horrible.
Have tea with the Minotaur. Have
Yeah.
a picnic with the Centaur.
Have a noodle with a merman. A merman.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, monsters are actually imperfect, which means they're not monsters.
They're human beings.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
It's Henry and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Henry's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's enough from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.